Hi, Eric Gibaud. Today I am in Las Palmas de Gran Canaria in the Canary Islands in front of the Las Canteras beach, which is incredible. I want to speak to you about this lens, the 50mm 1.8 by Yongnuo. I presented its brother, the 85mm, when I was in El Hierro. So let's start. So I decided to use this lens for all terrain, all situation. I use for landscape, also for some portrait of Ingrid Rodríguez. But honestly, it's not the best lens I've seen. We'll see the detail. The autofocus is doing fine, but I've already seen some distortion when I do some landscape, and you see the horizon is not it's not flat, okay? But honestly, for that price, you cannot ask too much. But I can say the autofocus is doing really nice. The weight, the size, it's okay. So we'll see that in detail. So I'm going to show you some picture to give you an idea. If we look at the lens, the size is nice. It includes the sun hood, which is great, okay? Here you have a function button, here you have a switch, you can decide how to focus. Actually, if you want to do manual focus, here you have a really nice focusing ring that works really nice. And here, like all Yongnuo lenses, you have a small rubber. If you take it out, you have a USB-C connector, so you can upgrade the firmware. So really nice. I think the size is nice, it's well balanced on this Alpha 7 II, but I'm going to give you some specs. Well, let's look at the specs. Well, everything is on the box. 50mm focal length, as I said, full frame. It covers 39.5 degrees horizontally on full frame. Obviously, you can use it on APS-C, but it will be narrower. The build, 10 elements in 6 group, 9 blades. The autofocus is not, wow, incredibly smooth, but well, that's not bad, that's okay. Up to f16, from 1.8 to f16. The focusing minimum distance is 45 centimeters, which is not bad. I always prefer to have a bit shorter, but that's not bad for 50mm. The digital stepper motor goes really well. It's fast, the autofocus is fast, and the diameter for the filter is 58mm, which is a standard, so it will not be that complicated to find filters for this lens. Other details, the eye detect works really fine with this. As I said, silent autofocus. You can update the firmware, and fluorine coating that will improve a lot on flare, and well, we'll see on the pictures, but that was okay, no problem. So if I look at the specs for that type of price, I think this is fairly okay. Then obviously everything can be improved, but for that price range, I think we cannot complain. And by the way, if you want to tell me, don't forget I've got affiliate links in the description. Please use them, that really helps me. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo, you get 10% discount on top of any offer they have. So still place your code and that helps you. And with Eric 20, you get 20% discount on K&F, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept and more brands. So use it, that helps you, that helps me. Everyone happy. Thank you so much. Let's carry on. So let's speak about the optical quality. Honestly, at maximum aperture, this is not the sharpest knife of the kitchen, that's clear. So for that, maybe that's not a problem. If you do portrait at 1.8, you want to have something a bit soft, that's nice. If you want something a lot sharper, you have to go to f4, f5.6, and like every lens at f8, it's really perfect, no problem. But for me, what bothers me most is the distortion. If you're going to do landscape or architecture, that could be a problem, because you do see this, the way it's bent. I think maybe it's a problem, unless you always place your horizon in the center. So that could be a problem. So for me, that's optically, this is not the best lens I've seen, not even the best Yongnuo I've seen. I think the 85mm was better. I would probably use it for portrait on APS-C camera instead of full frame. that would be like a 75mm, the angle you would get on 75mm full frame. So I think this is more for that. As to do everything lens, I'm not sure I would recommend it unless you use it as a backup lens and you don't want to spend too much, you want autofocus, because the autofocus, yes, works really nice, then I would, yeah, maybe think of having this lens. But I think for a bit more money, you've got better lenses. I think it all depends on your budget. So if you're going to use it from time to time as a backup, that's fine. Or as a portrait lens for APS-C, that's okay. But otherwise, I would not get it for that. Maybe use it as a souvenir of my vacation, but not for great photography. Honestly, I think it's more like a backup lens than anything else. Actually, I think the 85mm was a lot better, honestly. But well, for that price, you cannot ask much more. So can I recommend this lens? As I said, as APS-C portrait lens, yes. As a all-purpose lens, full frame, not if you include landscape and architecture, honestly, as a souvenir, and that's it. So if you feel this lens corresponds to what you are looking for, well, that's fine. You can get it in the description where you can buy it. But anyway, thank you so much to Yongnuo for sending me the lens. Thank you so much to you for watching the video. If you feel it may interest other people, please share it on social networks. If you have not done it yet, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you have any question, can leave a comment below. Don't forget, I've got affiliate links in the description. Please use them. And if you wanted to buy Luminar Neo, don't forget you get 10% discount with my code ERIC10. 10% discount on top of any offer they have. So still place your code and you save some more money. And with ERIC20, you get a 20% discount on K&F, where you will find all the accessories by K&F Concept and more brands. So use it. That helps you. That helps me. Everyone happy. Thank you so much. Also leave you a link of my PayPal account in case you wanted to make a donation. Thank you very much. Please take care of yourself and see you soon. Bye.